You're now tuning in to Crossman Series, and I am your host, the Jaffer Crossman. Today in Crossman Series, we discuss something everyone I know, especially the elderly people in church, would want to discuss. Why are the youths not active in some churches, and especially some activities? Why are they not spiritual enough? And today we have in studio an evangelist, a preacher, and also a youth. Evangelist Sonia McDonald Smith.
Hi, how are you doing?
Now, Miss Smith, please introduce yourself, the church you're from, so the listeners can hear.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Mrs. Sania McDonald Smith, and I am representing PMF Bogwalk.
Okay. Now, since we have a introduction, you all know me already. I am the Jovo Cosman, the host of this show and many other shows. Today, Miss McDonald Smith, Sis Evangelist, my apologies. Why are the youth not active in church?
Well, the youth are not active in church is due to the fact that there are so many distractions out there in the world, and they are more thinking about no than thinking about wanting to be in church because the church they would say the church have a lot of rules and regulation and kind of boring, so they want to live it up.
So let me ask this question. Don't school has rules and regulation and they are in school. So why are they not in church? Why they are not active in church? Or is it because the church is not conducive? Is the church not conducive to youth spirituality? Tell me, I want to know what is this problem.
Well, most of the church that I know about, it usually they're here and they're doing stuff that can enhance the youth. But I said before, the devil wants to blind the eyes of the youth. As a young person growing up, you'll hear that church is boring. You can't wear certain clothes. You can't wear jewelry. You can't wear hair extension. You can't do all these things. And young people are more drawn into that setting where they want to be seen, they want to be heard. And most of the churches are not giving them that platform to actually to be seen and to be heard to that extent.
So is that what you're saying that because of such rules like fashion rules overall is limiting the youth activeness in church?
That's what I'm seeing happening because I have spoke to many young people and they're saying that they can't come to church now because they want to do this, they want to go party, they want to do this, and being a part of the church, if they are coming to the church, you can't be going to church and going to party at the same time. It's either you're in church or you're not.
Yes, I understand. But for this now, what I really want to know is this limiting the youth? Fashion. Are there I don't want to use the concept low minded. Are they that yes, are they that low minded that they want to come to church because of fashion? Is church not a place of worship? Or is it other things? Or probably it is the individuals at church who are limiting the youth activeness?
I would say, due to what we're seeing now in today's society, youths are more drawn to the physical aspect of life more than the spiritual aspect of their life. A youth, nowadays, youth only think about now than how they think about what happened after. My spirituality. Young people more think about what they can eat, drink, wear, and stuff like that. Instead of thinking about, I need more of God, I need the Holy Spirit. There are only few young people now that will say, stand and say, I'm going to say Christ.
Uh, One and this question now. What is the church putting in place? As you know, if the government has a crime problem, they will try to put in their methods and plans to bring down the crime. School does that to bring up student grades. What is the church doing to bring more youth into the church? What is the church doing to bring the youth up in the church?
There's so many activities that are in the church that involve youth. You have sports day, you have youth meetings, you have seminars, you have a lot of things that youth can engage themselves into, and to be more spiritually growth. And what is happening is due to the fact that, as I said before, based on my research and what I've seen happening, especially in Jamaica, is that the young people, and to be more spiritual, the young people, sorry about that, the young people are more drawn to what they see out there. But the church is doing a lot. There's so much the church actually have a lot of sessions, a lot of activities that
Like
youth.
sessions, like give examples. What is your church doing to bring in the youth? What is your church doing to bring up the youth?
We have different activities. We have session where youth meeting. In the youth meeting involved, we have dance sessions where young people can learn to do praise dance, singing. They can do, those who love singing can also their session there. Those who want to play music, their sessions there. We have trips. We also have sports day. We have a lot of activities where youths can actually be engaging. We also have community involvement where we ask the youth to actually go out and give back to the community, and we have a lot of things to empower the youth and to let them know that church is not just boring. There's so much things that they can do. You have to know your role and come, and the church will help you to grow.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, I want you to grade the activeness of the youth in your church and what your church is doing. I want you to grade it on a scale of 1 to 10 because as you're telling me, you're doing all these things. I've seen churches do all these things, and the members, the youth members in their congregation has not exceeded five. So you might be doing all these things, but is these things working? Are these things working?
The question though, does these youth want to be empowered? Do they want to grow? Because the church is doing its part, but it's for the youth to say, okay, I need this. Because end of the day, the church is playing its role, but you as an individual have to know where you are, where you're at, and where you're going, and what you need. So young people need to know where they are, what they need, and where the way forward. So the church is playing its part, but it's for you to come up and say, okay, I need more of God. All that is happening, I need God. Despite of the distractions out there, as I said before, there are a lot of distractions in the world. A lot of distractions, and peer pressure is one of the main things. Peer pressure is one of the main things that allow youth to actually drift away from church, because you can grow up into church Sunday school. By the time you reach high school, going to
But
high
yes,
school.
still, you're speaking about peer pressure. Peer pressure, we all know what peer pressure is. How can the church, there's a youth in your church, a good youth and great individual who takes part in service, and you allow peer pressure to come and drift him away? Is the church not supposed to keep a firm hand on him? If you see someone drifting, I'm sure if you say about drifting, you're about drifting away, you will make sure tie a rope on that boat. I'm not saying that you should tie a rope on that youth stills, but you should do things like speak out to him. Peer pressure, we all know peer pressure. We all know gang. We all know smoking and all
But the
these
church
things.
is doing that role. The church actually go out to find the young people to encourage them wherever they fall short. The church is doing its part. The church is reaching out back to young people that have drifted away. The church is doing that part. And in my church, we're doing that. We're doing all that. And our young people are rising.
So
From a scale from 1 to 10, I'll give my church 6. When it comes down to youth being make up your mind to say, yes, I want God. I'm so low for God. I'm going all out for Him.
you say six. What happened to the four? Next four.
The next
What
4%
is your
is
church not doing then? You told me what your church is doing, but what is your church not doing?
for the next 4%. The next 4% are for the youths that still don't know what they really really here for. Because a lot of young people say, I'm here, but I don't know my purpose. I don't know what God is calling me for. I don't know. So I'm still waiting on God to tell me directly what I'm supposed to do, what is my role, so that I can be active in church. Because a lot of people in church but still don't know what their purpose is, what is their mission, what God called them for. And even though they may get a prophetic word, but they still lack faith into believing and receiving that yes, this is what I was called to do.
So you're saying that the remaining poor is not because of the church, but it's because of the youth inability to identify their potential, their
Correctly.
purpose.
That's correct.
So what can the church do now to help the youth identify their purpose?
What can the church do is actually continue to ensure that these young people engage themselves in activities, in different activities, so that they can see where their purpose is, where this is what I want to be. For me, growing up into church, I took part in a lot of stuff, activities, and it actually helped me to be the person I am today. Not when I started going to youth meet, I didn't know I was going to be a preacher or teacher, whatever the case may be. I just go to youth meeting, involved in the youth session, be a part of the dance program that they have at church, go on their trips, go to the seminars, and right there and then I learned a lot, and that actually embraced me and encouraged me to be who I am today.
Okay. Now we get it, folks. If you have any question, leave it in your comments. Follow us on YouTube. We are not finishing on it. We have 3 minutes remaining where we will take a break and return right back. But remember to follow us on YouTube at Crossman Says. YouTube. And also Facebook at Crossman Says. At Speaker Studio, Crossman Says. iTunes, SoundCloud, follow us. Crossman Says. So Crossman Says is where we discuss such issues, and I'm so grateful that we have Minister Evangelist Sonia McDonald Smith, a youth of the church, representing the youth and also representing the church. When we come back from the break, we'll be speaking about spiritual warfare, especially as it relates to the newly born again. So before we go for the break, listen to the music.
Exceedingly abundantly above all you could ask for, according to the power that worketh in you. God is able to do just what He said He would do. He's gonna fulfill every promise to you. Don't give up on God, 'cause He won't give up on you. He's able. How many believe it tonight? Yeah, yeah. He's able. Thank you, Jesus. Come on, y'all. I need y'all to help me sing. God is able to do just what He said He would do. He's gonna fulfill every promise. Yes. Don't give up on God. Tell somebody, 'cause He won't give up on you. He's able. Woo! I believe it tonight. Yeah. He's able. Somebody shout tonight. He's able. Hallelujah. We're going up. God is able to do just what He said.
Yes, God is able to do just what He said He would do. He's going to fulfill every promise for you. Don't give up because He's able. Yes, our next segment will not be about spiritual warfare, but youth and crime. Sorry for the change, but please stay tuned. Thank you for tuning